Hello, my name is Vier, Level 1 instructor of Blood and Iron Martial Arts. With me is Coach Ryan Gialogo of Ateneo Kamao.
I'm Coach Ryan Gialogo of Kamao. So you were asked, what is Kamao? As I said, Kamao is, well, it's a club or a style, but it's also a movement or advocacy because we are pushing for Arnis. We have the three P's, no? So preserve, promote, and propagate Arnis. But here in our school or our university, we are a varsity. So we have to compete as well. We have that tournament or competition side, the sports aspect.
So most of your students are doing the sport or the martial art or a mix of both?
Yeah, most of the students are doing the sport aspect. And our reservation and justification to be here is basically to compete. And while it's a justification to have the varsity, actually it's part of our belief as well, the modern belief to have martial athletes.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, in a self-defense situation or in a clash, the most universal thing in a clash is more or less you determine the winner, or in this case, the one who survives the fight, more or less who goes to hit first or who goes to escape a clash with lesser injuries.
Okay.
And the components of that clash, they can be determined, or you can control it through physical conditioning, and it's sports and athleticism.
Okay. So you focus more on the athleticism or the techniques or a little bit of both?
It's not really more of that. It's more of we have to incorporate it and make sure that it's not lacking in the training.
Yeah, I see.
So I came from other traditional martial arts as well, traditional FMA groups as well, and well, a lot of them are focused on the skills and the old style drills.
Okay.
I remember one of my masters, he said, why are you letting your students do push-ups? You're sadistic. He said, I'm sadistic. It's like I was punishing the students. But we know, of course, that we're not punishing the students. It's we need to take care of that's one of the 5 health-related fitness components. It's muscular strength.
Yes.
It's even one of the health-related, not even the skill-related components of sports.
So what are the 5 ones? So you mentioned something about the 5. You have
Muscular endurance, muscular strength, flexibility, BMI, body composition, and
flexibility.
cardiorespiratory.
Cardio. Okay.
So endurance of the lungs different from the endurance of the muscles.
Okay. So you cover that also during your classes here?
Yeah, we have extras. The 2 hours is actually a bit too short. So our style of training is we want those activities that sometimes overlap. You have endurance of this and muscular strength of whatever. So
okay. Okay. So recently, but a few months ago, a few of your students joined Tiradas at Tiendecitas.
yeah.
So and they played really well. Okay. And I believe some of them are new students, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or some of them are the new ones.
I think Dan is
He joined. Yes, and one of your students, Jarek, he played extremely well and he made it to the top 10. And congratulations, Jarek.
on the Jarek.
Yeah. So, considering the rule set and how it was played and all of those things, anything that you'd like, any comments about how the tournament was run?
Okay, so first, and to be clear, we are an Arnis group. So we've been training using the Arnis rules as parameters.
Correct.
However, as I said before, why we incorporate athleticism and training is, aside from being athletes of a specific sports and rule set, we are also martial artists. And, as martial artists, they say all those stuff about being ready in any situation. In weapons-based martial arts, the cliche, whatever you can use around you, you use as a weapon.
Yeah.
Use your environment use the surroundings or whatever you can pick up. Well, realistically, I can't use cotton to fight, but but that's the idea, right? And joining our event in Tiendecitas, it's a different rule set, but it's also fun, and it makes my students' minds go broader of the other possibilities, and maybe there are other weaknesses as well. So it's cross-training.
Okay, so it's more now personal curiosity about rule set. You talked about the rule set of of Arnis sport. So I totally have no idea about how Arnis, what the Arnis rule set is during tournaments. Like I think they have it in SEA Games, in Palarong Pambansa, the regular the schools, right? So what's pretty much in what do they look at?
Okay, so that's first a general overview.
Okay.
And in any martial art, or in most martial arts, they have the form side.
Okay.
And they have the combative side or the sparring side.
Okay.
Now in Arnis, before there were different factions or clubs or associations, different groups. And I think in any sport or group, it tends to happen.
Yes.
So we went for unification.
Okay.
And so in this case, in other martial arts, you have something like boxing.
Correct.
Wherein there are judges, and then they judge the totality, the outcome of the match, and they have criteria like striking and groundwork and so and so.
Okay.
And then you have the other martial arts wherein we call them point system.
Okay.
Taekwondo, fencing, wherein it's actually the point, the first to hit, something like that. First with a kick, a touch, or a punch. So they are totally different rules.
Okay.
And in Arnis, when we were unifying, there's also those two different rule sets about sparring.
Okay.
So maybe you've seen the other events wherein they have lots of strikes, and why are they not stopping? It's the sort of parallel to the boxing rule set, wherein there will be judges, and the main idea there is who is able to give the most number of strikes.
So this is what we call the ratratan.
Ratrata, right?
Okay. So it's whoever strikes most wins.
Yes,
Is that?
whoever strikes most. Right? And there are a lot of criticisms about that, but there are also some other groups who like that better.
Okay.
And the other side, who wants the cleaner side of it, is the one who hits first.
Okay.
So that's the point system. And so in the point system, of course, you evolve now to be able to either defend properly or attack first, or to hit and then defend.
Yes.
Which is the highest skill. The lowest skill is just to hit first and allow the other person to hit back.
Yeah.
Right? But in a martial arts situation, you're also dead. So the higher skill, if you're not just gunning for the point, is to be able to hit and block or evade first, then counter, hit and run.
Yeah.
But the entry level skill is just get the hit point in first.
Okay.
So in order for us to unify,
Okay.
some people prefer this set of rules, the other side prefer the other set of rules. Then we just said, okay, we will not unify the rules and force people to join one set. If you want set A,
which is the more hits like that, and I understand they use more of the padded sticks, right?
For the multiple strikes, we use the 12 pares and WECAF, the live stick.
They use live stick for that.
In fact, they call those two different rule sets as the live stick. We call it stick concept.
Okay.
Because in a brawl or fight, you don't die easily in a fight with sticks.
Yes.
And so the idea, if you're fighting with sticks, is you hit more. Ratratan.
Okay.
Now, the other one, the point system, is we call the blade concept.
Yes.
In the blade concept, you can't do that multiple strikes and you're still alive. So if the blade touches you, tendency is it's lethal. So that rule set is when the weapon touches you, it's a point. And it signifies like a match or a kill or something.
Okay.
So a flash. So it's blade concept.
Okay. So
that's the spirit of it.
Yeah, so it's pretty much, the way I look at it, Blade Arts Manila, our rule set is going towards the the blade, the steel part of it, which, by the way, will be coming up with blades soon. Not now, but soon. Yeah. So yeah, and it's where the direction is supposed to be. Like we want to, we would like to simulate like a real blade fight. And I understand like Arnis, Eskrima, Kali, it has its roots in real weapons, correct? And that's what I get from other as well. So yeah, for you, what would be your what do you call that? Your take on that one? Would you go for just work on the sticks or go towards the blade?
Actually, it's for me as an instructor. I mustn't. Well, I feel I mustn't choose.
Oh yeah. Okay, I understand. So
because
whichever is there, that's what you teach. Whatever the tournament is there, that's what you teach, and then try to win.
Well, in a situation, of course, if you have a knife around, then you do the slashing techniques. But if you get like the cliche, a mop and you break it, using sticks. So and as an instructor, remember we go back to the preserve, promote, and propagate.
Yes.
I feel I mustn't sift through the techniques and relegate others to the background. I have to preserve everything and pass it to the next generation. Even if I'm not really that good at a particular skill set, I just preserve it and pass it to the next generation. Maybe my student will be better than me using that skill set.
I see.
But at least it's not lost.
Okay.
So, it's a debate as well in even with us growing up as martial artists. Is Arnis blade oriented or stick oriented? As a student, I was fed this spiel. We are using sticks, but we try to hide the bladed weapons fighting behind it. But as a mature instructor, I can see now there are purely stick-based techniques that really cannot be converted to bladed weapons. And the bladed weapons delivery, if you're gonna use sticks with it, feels weird.
Okay.
Right. But the commonality there, the overlap in the Venn diagram is your dexterity, your ambidexterity and coordination, which you get out of training.
Yeah.
And so my take there is you enhance those so that you're versatile, you're flexible, you're adjustable. You change the rule set, you're a master of your body, you're a master of movement instead of the techniques.
I see. It's great. So now going back to BAM, I just wanted to get your opinion on this one. Our rule set, the way we've been doing the tournaments, basically for the like in tiradas at tendecitas. How do you see that help with martial arts community in the country, or specifically maybe for your students?
Kasi your event has a bit more of the realism in bladed weapons fighting.
Yes, that's the intention. Yes.
And honestly, in a lot of we have a lot of other Arnis groups with Arnis clubs or styles, and some people who are not satisfied with the current rule sets, they have all the other ideas, right? And they try to make new rules or something, or their own set, their own quirks. But honestly, they are still working around this set of rules that is played like a game.
Okay.
Played like a game. Huh? So the BAM set of rules is a bit more staying loyal to that martial side, or I'm not saying the other groups are. I'm saying sometimes it's easy to get lost to just play the game. Who gets first? Whatever kind of strike or surface you do is okay. So, for example, if you're using a stick, but if your the spirit of the law is that's a blade, they can hit like this, the flap.
Yes.
Right? So I can see the efforts of BAM to try to, how should I say it? To try to recreate a real bladed clash situation and make it playable.
Okay. So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yes, that's a good thing. Because there are a lot of people, it's a debate sometimes. The martial artists don't want to play because they say that's just a game. How about in a real martial arts fight or situation? How can you account for this or that? So with the efforts of BAM, I think you may be covering some of those issues,
Okay.
which is good. Right?
Okay.